Hi everybody, it's Ed from Grand Run, Oregon. So today I had an experience on the bus that kind of got me thinking about the love that a husband and wife should actually have for each other. Basically, what it was there was a couple on the bus that it seemed like one was a little bit more aggressive towards the other one, arguing and stuff out in public, and I was like, yeah, they need, there's just a certain way that demeanor that shows respect to your significant other. I figure this would give me a great chance to maybe talk about that in a way of what the Bible actually states. The Bible's philosophy. So basically, let's get right down into it. Ephesians 5:28. Even so, ought a husband also love their own wife as their own body. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever hated his own flesh, but nourished it and cherished it, even as Christ also the church. So basically, what it's stating is that a husband needs to show love and compassion to his wife. Consequently, what ends up happening, there's scriptures that talk about how a wife is supposed to show love and compassion to her husband, and it's a two-way street. Basically, when there's love between a husband and a wife, and there's a showing of love between a husband and a wife, the family can flourish. Um, Another scripture that kind of comes to mind is actually in the book of Genesis. This is Genesis in Genesis chapter 2 and verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and mother, and he shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. So, you get married, you become one flesh. You think as one, you act as one. Now, generally speaking, you have a hard time thinking as one, but consequently, what you need to do is act as one. It takes a lot of work. Speaking from experience, it takes a lot of work. Me and my wife have been married now for over 12 years. We've had our downs, we've had our ups, and we've had our downs. I can tell you that when you talk it through, when you try to talk it through and work it works out a lot better. Um, Basically, there's another scripture that I'd like to share with you. This is in Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 15. This is kind of how I like to look at significant other spouse. Okay. She is more precious than rubies, and none of the things that cast desire are to be compared unto her. Basically, your wife is an amazing jewel or gem. There is nothing more precious than the love that a husband and a wife can have together. When they work together, that love is just absolutely amazing. I like to think of a wife as kind of like a jewel or gem. When you keep it polished, it can radiate so much beauty. And what do I mean by polished? Wife needs to know every day that you love her, that she means the world to you. Every day you need to polish her. You need to make sure that she knows that she is the most important thing to you. I know that I don't do that every day, but I do attempt it. After 12 years of marriage, sometimes they kind of already know that. But they do need reminders that you love them and that you care about them, and that's polishing. That's the polishing effect. There is many different ways to look at it. Now, you might be sitting there going, well, everything works out okay. You know, I'm the man. I tell her what to do, and she does it. I actually had a friend a few years ago that I was talking to, and he goes, "Hey Ed, how about we go fishing tomorrow?" And I looked at him and I said, "Well, you know, actually, I need to talk that over with my wife because we make decisions as a couple." And he goes, "No, no, I'll show you how it's done." He goes, "Babe, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go fishing tomorrow, and you got the kids." And here's wife going, "Okay, fine." And he goes, "No, that's how it's supposed to work." And I looked at him and I said, "So, how many arguments have you guys had?" And he goes, "Well, we have quite a few. We have quite a few." And I looked at him and I said, "Well, you know how many bad arguments I've had with my wife? I can count them on one hand because we are one, and we try to work together as one, and we try to make decisions as one. That's what it's supposed to be like. It's not supposed to be. The Bible talks about the man being the head, and the man's got to be the head, and he's got to make all the decisions. Well, the head is the one that takes the lead. The one that takes the lead is the one that takes the lead by example. A true great head is one that actually takes the lead by example. Love, compassion in a marriage can reach above all bonds. It it can excel above all walls. It's an amazing, amazing thing. I am the head of my house, but best way to look at it is my wife is the neck that moves the head. Treat your wife with love and compassion. Treat her as you would yourself. When you do that, your marriage will actually flourish. It takes two to tango. It takes love on both sides for it to work. But you, as the head, need to set the example in your marriage. God bless from Grand Ron, Oregon. Take care.